Hello my friends, welcome to an entirely new custom mod that I just don't really understand exactly what I am getting into. This is the Legacy of the Void Special Forces mod made by Violet. We're gonna learn together, so let's go. So from what I understand, this is we got words. Legacy of the Void Special Forces. Welcome to the loading screen. You are the commander of the Mirikai Special Forces Division, and you have been tasked with aiding the Daylom in their reclamation of Aiur. Your mixed force of elite troops will provide the Protoss with the edge they need to get over the Zerg threat. Good luck, Commander. Mission objectives are displayed. Okay, that's generic tooltip information, or generic tip information. We don't need Zeratul to give us a prophecy. We already know there's hybrid on Aiur Zeratul. Okay, so we have a new unit. Interesting. This is two new units. We have the Guardian, which, it doesn't fly, nor is it a crab. And we have the Firehawk. They're both Nova Covert Opses. This has we don't have the Engaged Jump Packs upgrade. Upon taking wounds, the unit's status will degrade in the following table. Oh, okay, so we have to be very careful with our unit's life throughout the play. That's interesting. Then they have the force fields, which regenerate every 1 second. We have a supercharged ion field, temporarily increasing force fields by 100, allowing them to reduce incoming damage. So this is Guardian Shell. And then I think Guardian Grappling Hook. All right, so we have a Super Herc, and we have a DPS thing with a flamethrower. All right. And then apparently we have the Protoss stuff to work with too. Well, let's go see how this goes. Yeah, so I think the idea, I don't really know how it works. I think that it might be a more no production focused game. I'm not sure that it's like unit spammy, like just here's new units. I'm pretty sure that the idea behind the special forces in the long term is that we're not macroing, we're figuring it out live, maybe, but I might just be completely wrong here. I'm willing to learn. However, right now it feels like I just have some really good stuff that I need to make sure doesn't take any shield damage. Because they do feel pretty decent. We're clearing a little bit faster than you normally do. One thing, my first feeling on this is it is very hard to tell what is going on because there's all these health bars. There's a lot of health bars and it just becomes kind of a blob. But as I said, that might be a symptom of this mission more so than anything else. Legacy of the Void as a custom campaign is often very difficult to start with. Reason being is that you don't get to teach the players the mechanics of the game if you have some big mechanical overhaul, because, well, it's this mission, you know? It's not like, I guess Wings of Liberty does kind of the same thing. I think Heart of the Swarm was actually on the right track, not making Labrat a good mission because they forgot to do that, but they at least had it be a macro mission. The shield recharge is really good, by the way. And they teach you the basic mechanics, which allows modders to utilize that infrastructure if need be. So we're going to have to play 2 missions today to figure out exactly what is going on. So right now, I feel that my units have the grappling ability, and I'm sure that when you have a bunch of them as your core, it's really good. Very hard to use in a situation like this because the map is just not designed for it. And I think that in the future there's going to be a lot, so that's actually really interesting to me. Oh, okay. So we go. They take 10 damage per attack. So we activate that, and then we run forward and Baneling me! Okay, that's cool. Okay. I kind of wish that this mission was more focused on the new mercenary people, so I could really get a feel for them, you know? But flamethrowers are pretty good. Like, look at the size of this fire. It's huge. It's like, man, this is what Hellions and Firebats just dream of, you know? Also, I'm having that bug where the game will not, because I have a second monitor, it is not locking, so I can't go to the left today. We can only go this direction. Oh, hey, they won. Good job, guys.
Commander. Perfect. Moving into position.
So charge forward, flamethrowers, flamethrow. And at this point, I'm getting the idea that I just need to be blitzing through this so we can get to mission number 2 and understand what's happening. Try not to take too much AoE damage from the Ultras. Kill the Queen. Okay, so that killing the Queen is muscle memory that I have developed because one time I was trying to get the achievement to kill everything on this mission, and one of the queens got poked by a stalker and went up here and was untarget killable. And now every time I have a vendetta of vengeance against that queen. Okay, if I go bottom left a little bit, okay, I have to use the, I gotta use the number pad key stuff to move around. Target down the Nidus. Oh, you don't get out of here, queen. I have a vendetta against you too.
Second warp conduit is activating now.
Psi matrix signal confirmed. Reinforcements
Yeah.
moving in at your location.
Definitely, I mean, I guess it doesn't make sense that the warp-in reinforcements would be
How can we help?
the Guardian people.
Easy. Course set.
They do feel very good in tandem with the Zealot because they never take damage. And it turns out the big AoE that is behind a frontline, pretty good in video games.
Speak truly, Zeratul.
I speak truly, Gratitool.
We must be on guard.
I'm really fascinated about the system, though, that they take damage and they get weaker. Like, this is the type of thing, I'm hoping that they're the core so we actually start taking a lot of damage.
Victory of many.
And we have to utilize, or we have to play around that kind of stuff. I mean, that's just neat, that's unique, it's not something you see in StarCraft. I wouldn't want it in the base game because it's kind of annoying, but in a mod, that's very exciting to me. I think we just A-move through this.
The final conduit
I mean, A-move with micro.
show the Zeratul.
I'm dumb.
Of course.
We'll do this again. Yay. Well, you died, but you soaked a lot of banelings, so it was worth it. I'm a bad commander. I hope these aren't like permadeath units or something. That would be really sad if we just lost one to kill some Banes. When we could have lost these worthless Protoss instead.
As you say.
Alrighty.
The warp conduits have been secured. Our starfighters are moving to take.
Okay, let's move to the macro mission and figure out exactly how this game works.
Zeratul.
I always like that carrier coming down through the clouds. I guess they did that in the Heart of the Swarm intro cinematic as well, didn't they? With the battle cruiser coming down. They just really like capital ships coming through clouds. We need a really dummy thick Guardian coming through the clouds next. These aren't special forces. These are stalkers. I would have thought that we would have ended up with the Guardian dude. The one that has the grapple hook. Oh well. As you can tell, I literally have no idea of anything. I don't know what's happening. But I'm gonna out-micro these.
We move unseen. Mutalisks. Focus particle disruptors upon them.
Let's kind of split over here. See if we can... Please attack the guy with shields. There we go. That was horrible mismanagement of the fight against a Muta.
Zeratul, the Templar stationed here. I can know.
That's normal. Oh, we got a top bar. Oh, here we go. So, locked. Protoss forces are not available to you through the warp method. And then we have a top bar that deploys Guardians and deploys the Firehawks. I see. So, yeah, we're not building in this game. Instead, we're using energy-based cooldowns that also cost money to produce. Medical facilities. The gateway and the warp gate have been equipped with medical facilities, allowing them to load and heal biological units for 10 life per second. Okay, now I'm getting real interested. This is spicy. Nexus energy channel. Each Nexus increases the energy regeneration of the Spear of Adun by 25% up to a maximum of 4 Nexus. Ooh, that was really good. And then Chrono is the campaign Chrono. So you just toss it on something and it does its thing. Okay. This is interesting. We got to make sure that we get everything up and ready. Use our warp-in friends. And then, what unit do we want? The Firehawk or the Guardian? Probably a little bit of both, right? So the first attack wave, I believe, is pretty aggressively Zergling-y. And I think that the Firehawk is the flamethrower. You can tell because it's called the Firehawk. And if the Guardian is the flamethrower, then it's really badly designed. We do have to use warp-ins.
Orders received.
Oh, and we have jump jets. So crash through the air, deal 20 damage and stunning enemies in the impact zone. Units take 90% reduced damage while in the air. Oh, what's the cooldown? Not very long. Oh, that seems broken. That seems real broken. I like the fact that we still have to deploy pylons. I think that's very cool. It does seem like we have infinite spawning, so this is definitely going to be a easier macro type of campaign. Is this as broken as I think it is? Oh, they all jump at once.
Status report. Orders received.
And we're going to keep macroing up. We're going to wait for that first attack, and then we're going to get the Firehawks. 5 range. Oh, only 4 damage against non-armored. So that's the big weakness of these guys. And then a light little anti-air attack. Cool. Cool, cool.
Confirm that last.
Can we get any sort of upgrade? No, we cannot. Well, that... Oh, advanced structure. Nope, okay, everything is locked.
I'm reading you.
I wonder if we're going to need tech or anything to unlock the
Orders
beefier people.
Nova here.
So I assume that what's going to happen is we're going to be able to use the Legacy of the Void unit picking panel in order to pick what special forces we have, which is a cool idea.
Got it.
I wonder if it's going to be only Terran special forces or if we're going to have like a diverse selection of special forces. Like maybe some, I don't know, like some special forces Zerg sound like they'd be really cool. Of course, some Protoss would be cool as well, especially in this campaign. There's a lot of potential for design here, isn't there? I'll keep these gateways. No, okay, I'm going to have to get used to using the top bar for production. That's going to be a little bit of a weird one for me. Okay. One more build here, and I think we're going to get some Guardians now.
Liberation is at hand. Reporting for action.
Bring you to the front. You got the shotgun that does bonus versus armored. Okay. So we do need a combo of both in order to fight. These are very specialized.
Liberation is at hand.
And I think that if you're going to make a unit or a campaign like this, I love the idea of everything being really specialized.
Commander.
Don't have any like generically useful people, because that's how special forces should be. They should be like, I've been trained for 16 years in order to beat this roach. It sounded cooler in my head.
Moving into position.
But that's how, like, you know, elite real world military units work, is that they are based off of a bunch of very selectively, specifically trained people that are working together to utilize all their skills to the maximum instead of being generalists. And I think a lot of the time, special forces units in games tend to just be overpowered. They just counter a little bit of everything. Like, that's how the hero units work in Command & Conquer, for example, right? They just absolutely shred. I do think that these guys might be a little bit undercosted. At 125, 25, and 2, they are cheaper than a Stalker. And I'm pretty sure that... Let's get one Guardian and one Firehawk. We won't even have the... Oh. I just want to do a bit of a side-by-side test
Standing by.
to see exactly how good these units are. I think part of it might be that these are designed... Actually, that makes a lot of sense. These are designed around the fact that we probably won't be getting like super heavy ordnance like carriers.
Moving into position.
So they have to be able to stand the test of time throughout the campaign, which means that mission number 2 might not be the hardest, but we're going to take a Guardian and a Firehawk versus 2 Stalkers. The Stalkers don't have the shield regeneration here, and we're not going to use the abilities. And we're just going to see who wins the fight. Actually, okay, the Stalkers are going to get shredded. So, yeah, these units are a little bit better than the base units, but it may also be that they're designed to be on par with the... Oh gosh, I'm blanking out because I'm scared. Grapple! It may be designed that they are on par with their upgraded variants, the ones you get on the Spirit of Doom. Because designing bad versions of units would be a lot of work for no payoff just on the first 3 missions, you know? Alright, we're taking this down. I'm definitely going to be using my Guardian to grapple over here, though. Yeah, we morphed from a Mutalist just for this.
The last void pylon in the area. From the shadows we come.
Boom, 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 boom.
Position.
Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom.
Easy.
I became Halo. John Halo. I never saw that show. I heard it was really bad. That's okay, though. We have our own sci-fi. Okay, put the Guardian Shield on and then activate that. We don't have a whole lot of anti-air, actually. I'm just going to...
Possessed. Solandus.
Okay, yeah, these guys have garbage anti-air compared to the Stalker. So that is one of the things. There's probably a dedicated anti-air unit that I'll have to spec into if I want to have that benefit. Makes a lot of sense.
Bring wisdom in time.
Can we... No, we don't have a pylon. I guess one of my big wishes here is that these little segments were kind of replaced with the guys. Like maybe just some Guardians to jump over, or Guardian Firehawk, because both of them have the mobility, you know?
Salvation.
It'd be kind of cool. It really wouldn't add a whole lot, but it would be thematic and it would be interesting. I don't know. I'm fascinated to figure out where the Elite Special Forces design is going to go. There are so many different avenues that it could look at, so many interesting ideas that could potentially come out for very niche and specific units. There's 30 units in Legacy of the Void. So if there's actually 30 units here, that's going to be insane. Yeah. So guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's episode of the Special Forces mod. We are going to continue to take a look at it tomorrow, and I will see you then. I hope you have a wonderful day. Peace.